Right, well, Facebook turns 15 years old today. The website that started out in Mark Zuckerberg's Harvard dorm room, I've been in that room, has arguably become the most powerful engine of communication in the world. And while the company has had its fair share of ups and downs, I might be putting it lightly, recently, with the way the company has handled users' privacy, it does beg the question, will Facebook be around in the next 5 years? What do you guys think?
That is the million-dollar question right there, Zach.
It's more than a million.
More than a million.
I can't believe it's been 15 years, though. Time flies.
It does
right? I remember the IPO.
Yeah.
2012.
Sure. I mean, just the amount that the stock has climbed since then. I do remember in the first 3 months that it was trading, dropped below its IPO price.
Yes, yes.
And I think that was down about $22, and now it's $168.
Yep. I mean, the stock price and the stock action recently just goes to show that a lot of the investors are really shrugging off the privacy, the privacy concerns as well as the misinformation scandals, earnings, blowout earnings. We saw some crazy numbers, top and bottom lines, user growth. It was really shocking.
But I mean, it's also interesting to see kind of the user growth in terms of all the other names that we talked about too, right? I mean, MySpace is still around. Friendster is still around.
Really?
I mean, these companies are, I think they're there.
So then Facebook, yes, it will be around in the next 5 years. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But will it be as big of an influence on everyone's lives as it is now?
That's true.
That's
because
debatable.
It's the main site when it comes to social networking.
I think we're seeing this interesting trend of older generations backing off of social media in a way with all the conversation about mental health and maybe
FOMO.
Sure, and like the privacy concerns too. I do think at least it's a conversation amongst my group of friends. I'm a millennial, and my friends are millennials, and we're all kind of getting burnt out of the idea of always being on. So I know in like my peer group, we've taken back seats to Facebook. We still have it. Like we're technically still Facebook users, but we're not on it as much. Now for Gen Z and younger, I don't know. I imagine
their users have gotten older in terms of their average user age. So they have, obviously, it's been an issue with Snap. When that came around, everyone was worried Snap's going to kill Facebook.
Yep.
And clearly, Facebook is still here. And as you said, Heidi, they're still, I mean, the stock's doing well, still growing. Of course, they have Instagram. But all the issues that you raised wouldn't necessarily be applied to Facebook in a vacuum because, if we talk about maybe wanting to be off social media, when you kind of talk about that, it's not just Facebook, you're kind of also quitting all these other things too. So it would make it hard to believe that something else might be able to come along and kill Facebook in the way that we may have talked about in the past.
Right. We just keep on adding more and more and more to be engaged with and to be on with. Absolutely.
Yeah, and if the biggest fear is just someone wanting to be offline, then they don't necessarily need to worry about that because that'll hit everyone equally.